Good evening. I do not have Ravi in a box under my desk DJing all of my own work, as you can tell from the fine... It's not even DJing, I'm just sliding volumes up and down. Well, that is DJing, isn't it? But I can't hear what the other song is doing. Oh, hello. You're looking at my actual you're looking at my actual YouTube studio. Let's bring that up. So, there's been a huge amount going on today. How are you all, by the way? Hope you're doing well, and hopefully the chat on the screen there will start filling up shortly and hasn't broken. So let me put the chat over here where I can see it and you're not looking at your own chat. There we go. Good, I can see your chat. So there's been a lot going on today, and what I've been doing is putting up the charity IBM NetVista computers, which you can see on the screen there. Now, bearing in mind that, yes, I put a lot of effort into these over the last 2 weeks, and you'll have seen the videos. Just keep in mind that I paid £1.60 per machine in a job lot. Look at the prices that they're currently at. There's one at £235. I think, you know, everyone who's bidding on these knows what they are. They know what they're bidding on. They're not bidding on a computer that's worth £235. They're making a nice donation to charity and getting a good looking computer, but it's got, you know, if we go into it, I've made sure to be as clear as possible with all the pictures of the dings and scrapes and scratches and everything on them, so people can see exactly what they're bidding on. And you know, in the description I've said, you know, have a very good look at the pictures. But it's just a wonderful thing that seems to be happening here with all of these bids, making a huge amount of money. So the chat has just the chat is now going at 100 miles an hour on the screen. There we go, that's just filled up. So who have we got then? We've got Jamie, Morgan Just Games, we've got Dave, Velociraptor, Tommy, Richard, Charlie, Mateus, Stog, Tim, Hasbeard Plays Games, that's a good name. Retro Box Room, Kevin, congratulations Kevin on the birth of your latest. We did congratulate you yesterday, but obviously you weren't here yesterday because you had a new baby to take care of. So well done, mate. Pints and Amigas, Johan, Garrett Ninja Error 42, Grant, Smooth MJ, Saint, hello everyone. Carl, many of the names in here have also submitted videos for us to look at today, so thank you very much. We've got loads of videos to look at today. So today, okay, so we had the computers, and then for people who were outpriced, which is a lot of people because these prices are silly now, I set up a Just Giving, so you could just chuck a quid in if you wanted to, and that has even smashed the £250 target that I set up. Look at some of these donations, £169, £100 from Tim there, plus gift aid. Thank you, Tim. You know, it's just so nice in the situation that we're in at the moment to see such a nice thing happening and all of you coming together. I'll stick the link in the chat in case you should want to make a donation. Let me stick it in there. There we go. And it's all going to Brighter Futures, who support the hospitals in my county. The patients, the staff. Here's Gizmo scratching at the door. Come on in. You come in. So thank you everyone for all of the lovely things that you're doing. And let's bring up some of the videos. We'll check back a little later to see if that goes up at all. That's me ripping videos, yeah. So let's bring up our folder. Hello Laura. And hello Mark Central. So what videos? So the subject of our main videos today is the letter B, because we're playing the alphabet game with video games. So 6 of you have sent in letter B video games to show us. Oh, let me show you this first. Okay, I've got so much to show you. I'm really excited by all the things I've got to show you today. Let me show you this first. Okay, there's no audio for this. This is just me. Neil unboxes a computer. So, this box arrived in the cave today. It arrived from Germany. Looks a bit beaten up, but it was so well packaged. Let's just fast forward a bit. This is how you box up a computer. Look at that honeycomb packaging. Amazing. And then within the honeycomb packaging is more packaging, and within more packaging is a box within a box. Oh, you got a black screen. Sorry. You can't see it. Are you sure? I can see it on my OBS. Let me check the YouTube stream. I've paused it. Yeah, I can see it on my YouTube stream. Are you sure, Dave? You're saying you can only see a black screen? Why is it you're seeing a black screen but I'm seeing the image on YouTube itself in the studio? Okay, hands up in the chat. Can you see the video? I've paused it. You should see a box on a table. Dave can see it now. Okay, Dave's computer's caught up. Dave didn't tell us actually he's watching it on a ZX Spectrum. Thank you. Speaking of which, it's the ZX Spectrum's birthday today. 38 years old. Happy birthday, ZX Spectrum. Okay, we'll carry on with the video. Thank you everyone. I think we've established now that we can all see it, except for Dave, and he's caught up now. So, this is the original box that the case was in, okay? I hate watching myself on video when I lean down because it's the only time I see the top of my head. And just how bald I've gone. Yet more packaging within packaging. Let's fast forward a little bit. Look at that glorious case. Dave says, I think the chat is delayed. I think the chat is delayed on the main screen. It's just taking a while to filter through. So if you look at the actual YouTube chat window, that's a lot quicker. Hello, Mean Machine Dean. Yeah, definitely a delay on the Streamlabs chat there, isn't there? Anyway, look at that amazing computer. Now you may be thinking, as I'm trying to figure out the thing, more packaging on the inside. You're thinking, what is that? Is that a 486? Is that a 386? Maybe it's even older. It's got a turbo button, it's got a key, and the key is with it. Place your bets. Dave spotted some drive caddies there. Alistair's going for a 386. Little sexy close-up for you there. So this has come from Ralph and his YouTube channel, 0x1e, and it's got RMC in there, SRV for server / RMC. Look how sexy that is. Morgan says it looks tremendous. It really does. But here's the twist. Are you ready? 286, says Andrew. Look at that, it's got sort of a garage door, sorry, a car bonnet mechanism there. So you can work inside the case. Fast forward a little bit. There you go, I'll pause it there. It's a completely modern sleeper system. Oh yeah. It's a retro sleeper with 3 4TB drives and free NAS on it. So this is now my RMC file server, onto which I'm going to store all my files and then back them up to off-site USB drives and take them home. How cool is that? So modern PSU. The entire backplane has been designed in CAD by Ralph, who sent it in, and CNC'd. I haven't taken a picture of the back, but at some point, at this point, I thought the key was for the drives. It's completely not. It's the key for the case. But at some point, I'll do a little video just to show you a bit more of this once I've got it all working. Yeah, no, the key doesn't go in there, Neil. You're an idiot. What are you doing? No, doesn't. It's not going to work. Ah, there you go. You just flick it. There you go. Nice 4TB drives. Western Digital Gold. Grant says the question is what was in there. Nothing. It was a brand new case still in the box with the key taped to it. So this is the first thing that's ever been in this case, which is incredible, really. And even more incredible, Ralph had this over in Germany and decided that he wanted to make this thing and send it to me. It was a gift. It's incredible. There you go, keys in there, ready in the ignition. So there you go. So I've ordered some trunking and some network cables and all of the rest of it so that I can neatly route the cables all the way up to... I've randomly got this balcony in the cave. Anyone who's been to the cave will notice when you go down the stairs into it, there's like this weird Juliet balcony. It's a no man's land where the offices above me used to interconnect, and now they've been sealed off. So there's this balcony that you can't get to unless you kind of go along a really thin ledge and climb over a banister. So up there is where I'm building my comms cabinet, because it's out the way and it's not going to cause me problems with noise up there. So there you go. It's going to go up on its own little Juliet balcony. Really nice, isn't it? Such a nice case. So that's my little unboxing for you today. So let's get onto the subject of games, starting with B. I've just worked through them one by one, and let's stop the music. Promise not to play the Trollolol song. Make sure we've got enough volume for you on the desktop. There we go. And we'll start with Arcade Ages has sent in the first game, starting with B. Yes, David, it's an open invitation. So long as you contact me a few weeks beforehand, so that I've run the Hoover round, got some tea bags in. Anyone's welcome to pop into the cave. So our first game, starting with B, is from Arcade Ages.
Bad boy that begins. Here's a little bad boy that begins with the letter B. And before you berate me on my choice, I'm just going to go ahead and take a nice little bip of beer. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get on with today's little game, shall we? Today's game is Bust a Move, and I've chosen it not only because it starts with the letter B, because it is a bodacious game that everyone needs to play on your Neo Geo and whatever other console it has appeared on.
Bust a Move. It had another name, didn't it? I want to say it had another name. What was it called? Puzzle Bubble. That was it. That's the same game, isn't it? Puzzle Bubble, Bust a Move. The first time I played it was this version on the Neo Geo. and I love it. I think it's a great
Now,
game.
because I'm doing this one-handed, I'm going to have to go ahead and reach in here and pull it open and do the sniff test. And what's the sniff test? Well, you know, if you are familiar with MVS, these are cartridges that go in arcade cabinets that have been on location in various arcades around the world, and they have been, let's just say, ensconced in the smell of fun and cigarettes and God knows what else is going on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a sniff of that for you and let you know all about it. Okay, here we go.
Big sniff. Take it in.
Smells good. Actually, it smells like a lot of fun. It smells like a little bit like the beach, a little bit like smokes, a little bit like BO. All right, well, that's
nice.
the game for today, everyone. Take care. And Neil, thank you for doing this. We're having a lot of fun with you. Cheers.
Cheers, and
here's a little bad boy.
Again. Cheers, and thank you for submitting that. Arcade Ages. I think that's a great choice to kick us off with the B games. I think Bust a Move. I've played some of the sequels, but the first one, Bust a Move, on the Neo Geo, back when I first started playing with Neo Geo emulators on my PC, I was hooked on that. Because I'm not really into fighting games, and that a lot of the Neo Geo catalogue is fighting games. But Bust a Move, Puzzle Bubble, just brilliant. Great game. Up there with Peggle. Who else? Now, we're all friends here. You can admit this. Who else got addicted to Peggle? I was massively addicted to Peggle. Okay, let me bring up our next B game. So the next B game has been submitted by our good friend Woz, who may or may not be in the chat. What was the beer, says Grant? Well, it's a strong... Is that a Strongbow? No, it's not a Strongbow glass. Don't know. Looks almost cidery, doesn't it? The beer is so flat it's almost 2D, says Custado. Geronimo says Bombjack. That's a good choice. Okay, B from Was next. Oh, VLC needs to be closed and opened. There we go. B for Batman.
For an obvious choice, maybe, but I'm going to go for Batman. The movie for the ZX Spectrum 128K. Absolutely love the film, so couldn't wait to play the game when it came out in 1989. I was 10, and this was a really exciting big release, a big budget release in the larger case here. Before the game came out, I had to go on the demo, which was a Sinclair user on the Megatape 19.
Oh, we're talking ZX Spectrum here. See, when I hear Batman the game, my head just automatically goes to the Amiga 500 because you had the Batman pack. I had Batman on the Amiga, but no, ZX Spectrum. And as far as I remember, the big difference with the ZX Spectrum, or the 8 bits and the 16 bits, was the platforming levels were the same, but the levels in between, like the driving level and the Batwing level, they were side-on, whereas on the 16 bits it was a rear view. It was more like Chase HQ or Outrun, but they were side-on with the 8 bits.
This came out, I reckon, about a month or so before the main release. Can't quite remember, but I remember playing this demo and then asking for the game for a birthday present. So inside the magazine, they did the usual, give you a brief little description of the demo and a few screenshots to whet the appetite.
That's not Batman. Is that Batman?
Also, back in the day, they used to put these little inlays in here.
Okay, yeah, I think that's another game that came on the Megatape. Yeah, that's Batman. This Royal Mail van did not appear in Batman. About to run over a policeman. What the hell is that?
So the idea is that you cut them out, put them inside a case, put your demo in, put it on a shelf, look cool. What I decided to do was draw my own inlay. So still got that one here. Tape inside was pretty ugly.
Looks like that game is called Mail. Is that Maelstrom? Perhaps. I'm not sure. Postman Pat? I don't know. That's not Postman Pat. Postman Pat was a top-down game on the 8-bits. That's like the original GTA. Oh, there's Was. What's that? What's the game with the post van in it? Sorry if you've already said. Can't see it on the chat. Yes, it's Lemonade, Judge Drock. Hello, Mark.
Nicely yellow. Don't think you can retrowrite that. But I remember taking the time to draw this one. Been very chuffed with what I'd come up with. I remember copying the main motif from this ad here.
Hello, Pixels.
And just love this motif. This felt so modern in 1989. So such a different departure from the 60s TV show. So yeah, I was delighted when the actual release came along in this bigger box. Has some great screenshots on the back. Obviously.
Yeah, so there's the Amiga one that I remember. That's the rear view. That's the side view of the 8-bits. And there's the side view of the equivalent of the car scene here, or the Batwing scene. It still worked pretty well side on. It was just very different.
Specky version had the Amiga screenshots there, and then free sticker. And that was what was nice about the Ocean games. Sort of came in these nice baggies, felt premium, and inside you obviously get the game.
Oh, we still got the sticker. Nice.
This isn't my actual one. From what I had back in the day, picked this one up since, because I stuck this straight on the cupboard in my bedroom. But yeah, fantastic title. One of my favourite for the system.
Really nice. Thank you for sharing that, Was. And Was, also, you maintain your reputation of having the cleanest retro room that any of us have ever seen. When Was gave us that tour of his brilliant retro room, there wasn't a speck of dust anywhere. And he had all the black surfaces and the glass surfaces, no dust. It was just immaculate. It looked brilliant. The same here. Nothing. I think your entire rooms are like vacuum sealed or something, and you press a button and it just sucks all of the dust out. Yes, Retro Box Room. Cave tours are still very welcome. Every day we're doing a different letter game, so it'll be C tomorrow. If you want to email in your short videos like these of a game beginning with the letter C, or if you want to get ahead of yourself and send me letter D, E, F, G, I'll just line them up on the correct day. But game rooms and show and tells are also welcome. We've got a really incredible show and tell coming up from Judge Drock, who's in the chat there, after we've been through the B games. Let's go and see Dave in the chat. Dave and his cat Johnny for his letter B game.
Hello Neil, Gizmo and Cave Dwellers.
Hello Dave.
I'm Dave, and today for the letter B, I would like to show you Battlemaster. Now, Battlemaster is an Atari ST game from...
Has anyone played Battlemaster? I remember seeing the box, and I remember it had quite distinctive artwork, but I never actually played it. Let me know.
From 1990. It also came out on the Amiga, on the Nintendo Master System, which if you're in North America you know as the Nintendo Genesis. And also,
Dave, you are such a troll. The Nintendo Genesis. You're also trolling us with your mirrored video footage. So it's back to front there. But even so, yeah, there's that distinctive box that I remember. Hello, Johnny.
in DOS, and Moby Game says it also came out on Windows last year, but I don't know anything about that. It's an action role-playing game and a strategy game as well, where you pick one of 4 different races. You pick them orc, human, dwarf, elf, and you try and conquer the world, hiring troops and leading them in battle in the arcade section, and buying and selling items, exploring, travelling to different maps and so on. And it came with the traditional fold-out map in the box. Almost mandatory they had to have it. It was just part of the course, just to prove.
I like how everyone's picking up on... They're listening to what you're saying, but they're picking up on everything on your desk. So Smooth MJ's just spotted the OCP t-shirt. I've spotted the Iron Brew over here. And I'm quite mesmerised by your awesome modern PC back here. That's a lovely looking build. And randomly, like me, you've also got a tape measure on your desk. I've always got a tape measure on my desk for some reason. There's always something else to measure.
We were a serious role-playing game. And it also came with the big box typical manual, which didn't contain very much information. Dave. We just kind of had it out with mundane stats that didn't really give you any help. And I bought it last year on eBay. I just saw it and bought it in a whim. Because, and this is why I want to mention this, because it's not an amazing game, although I thought it was at the time, because it really gripped me. And I don't think critically it's well received, or it's got much of a following now. But I bought it because it's unfinished business for me. I was 15 at the time, or 14 at the time, and I didn't finish it off. It fascinated me, and I now I'm going to go back to it with probably the help of the internet for just a little bit more information and some hints and a bit more organisation and determination myself, and with the actual box game and the manual and not a pirated disc. And I'm going to go back, an unfinished business. I'm going to go and have a good crack at it now.
I imagine there's a lot of you in chat who've done exactly this, because I know I've done this. I've gone back to a game that I didn't own in the day, or I didn't finish in the day, and I'd always wanted to. And I've done this on Twitch sometimes. Games like Future Wars and Monkey Island 2 we played through a while back, with Dave doing pirate voices for us. And Dave just said there, with the help of the internet, what tends to happen is you go back and you think, I'm going to do this. I'm a bloody grown-up now. I can complete this. I'm not an 8-year-old anymore. And then 10 minutes into the game, you're on Google looking for hints and tips to try and solve it. Have you done that? If so, what game have you done that with? But even with the help of Google, it's really satisfying to go and get closure on those old games and play them through and just see every part of them. I really enjoy doing that. So I fully understand that, Dave.
And that's my B. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Johnny.
Bye-bye, Johnny.
He never does anything, I tell. Goodbye, Dave.
What have we got in the chat? For Stog, it was Adam's Family on the Amiga. Yeah. Thank you for that, Dave. Our next B game comes from Olive Hope. And let's see what we've got. It is what it is. My favourite DOS RPG in the York 94 Betrayal at Crondor. I don't remember Betrayal at Crondor being a Dynamics published game. Maybe I'm thinking of an earlier one. Was there an earlier one in the series? An earlier Crondor? I'm going to have to look that one up. Charlie Horn played Zork 1, 2 and 3. Played those 3. Super Mario on the NES. Oh, okay, that's the end. Okay, bye from Norway. This is my first ever video. Not an excuse, just an explanation, Olaf. We've got a world first here, an exclusive. Yeah, I haven't played Betrayal at Crondor. Let me just have a quick look, because I'm sure there was an earlier Crondor. Get the old web browser up. There was a return to Crondor, but that couldn't have been the first one, surely. User 79 says 2 later ones. Yeah, I seem to remember Crondor was the one on the Amiga, which was a 2D landscape, sorry, a 3D landscape with 2D sprites over it. Very plain. Obviously, it was untextured or anything like that, but it was kind of cool that it was 3D. Is it 8 o'clock? Nearly 8 o'clock. So if you need to do your clapping thing for the NHS, please do. Okay, Richard Shears is next. Let's have a look at this one.
Hello everyone, it's Richard.
So this one is 2 minutes. So what we'll do is we'll have a quick watch of this and then we'll just take a 2-minute break because here in the UK people like to pop out and clap for our health service every Thursday at 8 p.m.
I would show you my man
we'll
cave,
do that.
But instead, this is what happened. Seems that we have picked up another hobby that costs a little bit more than retro gear, it seems. So,
this is more like it, Richard. This is the creche. Oh, hang on. That wasn't there. You've just made that up. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take a break because it's like 30 seconds to 8 o'clock, and I know some of our viewers here will want to go and show their respect to the NHS. So we're just going to pause it, and I will be back in 2 minutes, guys. Okay? Go and charge your glasses or have a clap. Hello everyone. Oh, I'm out of breath running up the stairs. So yes, I'm sure it's explained in the chat, but yeah, here in the UK, 8 p.m. every Thursday, generally people go out and clap to show their support for the National Health Service here. Oh, really am out of breath. I ran down the driveway. And it's just a nice show of respect, I think. But you know, without getting political, because there's a no politics rule, you know, at RMC. If you can clap for the NHS, you can vote for the NHS. So hopefully people will remember their clapping next time around. Oh, I'm doubling up on the audio. Sorry about that. So let's continue our tour. Sorry, Richard. I'm going to go... let's just rewind a little bit as we come into this room. Oh, There's that bald bloke there. Here we go, let's come into the room. Okay. Are we all ready? Let's go. So we got a huge television. If your hands aren't stinging, you didn't clap hard enough. We've got an RMC calendar. 10 points. Ooh, nice. That's a nice little Amiga setup with a, is that an ACA 500 on the side? With two memory cards in there from individual computers. Very nice. Quick shot turbo up there. CD32 down there. Nice. Oh, RMC mug. 10 points. And two flash floppies. What do you call them? I can't remember. My brain's gone. It's that part of the time in the evening when my brain's completely gone. Anyway, two of them.
Follow me.
If you're in America, people like Grant, you'll like this little factoid. Most people in the UK know it. This guy here from Barbarian 2, which I think was called something different in the US, his name, well, you know the Gladiators, because you had the Gladiators series started in America. Gladiators came over here to the UK, and this guy was called Wolf in Gladiators, so he appeared in our version of the Gladiators. Gotek, thank you to the millions of people who are screaming Gotek at me.
Welcome to the Dungeon of Dragons. Choose your warrior.
There we go, B for Barbarian. And also you would have heard the little speaker in the Gotek simulating the Amiga disk drive sounds. Really nice. Oh, and there's a little OLED down here to show you the game that's chosen. So he's obviously got an integrated Gotek there. 3 Gotek. How many Goteks does one man need? Wolf off of Gladiators, says Geronimo. Yeah. So there we go. B for Barbarian and double points. Welcome back, Ralph. Hopefully you're not as out of breath as I was running back from the clap. That sounds awful. I was running from the clap. And we've got one more B game from Tim today. Let's have a look at Tim's B game. Oh, it's a strong choice.
Hi, Tim here. Doing a couple of Bs because I'm cheeky. So my first one is Banjo-Kazooie on the N64. Just a great game. Outdid Mario in my opinion, and just good humour, design. Really enjoyed it. And the other one is Bloodborne on the PlayStation 4. I know it's modern, but I did actually buy a PlayStation 4 just for this game. In fact, I only own a couple of titles on that platform. So those are my Bs.
That's a strong recommendation. I bought a PlayStation 4, says Tim, just to play Bloodborne. I haven't played it myself. I've been stocking up on my PlayStation 3 and 2 titles recently, filling the shelves while they're cheap. Haven't gotten to the PS4 ones yet. Banjo-Kazooie, though. Great game. Rare are just such a consistently great company, aren't they?
I look forward to seeing you in the seas. Hi.
See you in the seas. There we go. Dan at Retro Recollection says our neighbour was playing We'll Meet Again on the French horn during the clap. Nice. Richard wants to check that out. It's a strong recommendation, isn't it, Richard? To buy a whole console just to play that. So those are our Bs today. I invite you all to submit your games starting with C for tomorrow. email a link to retromancave@gmail.com. If you want to get ahead of yourself, D's, E's, F's, any letter, just make it clear in the email subject what it is so I can pick it out. So we've got some more show and tells to see today. Let's just let's see if there's been any advance. That wasn't 175 earlier, was it? That was, yeah, that was higher. We've had no donations since we started the stream, so I'm going to post that link again. If you want to make a donation to the fund, there's the link. All money goes to Brighter Futures, supporting our hospitals. A very timely plea, actually, just after the clap. Every time I say it. Supporting the hospitals in Wiltshire where I live. The patients, the hospitals and the staff. Any money there will support them. So do feel free to go and chuck some money in the pot. And we'll see if the net vistas have... Oh yeah, the prices have gone up. The second one here's gone up. £255, £235. Just awesome. Awesome. So thank you everyone. And so on to... We've got a short room tour, which we'll do, and then we've got something that you're really going to want to see. So let's do Charles Horn, who I think I saw in the chat. Let's have a look at his room tour. Don't think there's talking in this one. No, so we'll have the music back. Right, so this is Charles's room tour, especially filmed in portrait for us. He's got his C64 poster there. Hello Neil, and hello Flame Lily. LGR is bidding on one. Very cool. Let's just see what we've got on the shelves here. We've got Commodore 1541C up there. I spy Flight Simulator. Lots of ring-bound manuals. Oh, thank you, David. NES Classic up there. C64, is that the mini? Yeah. Oh no, that's the new. No, that's the mini. That was the mini. Here's the good stuff. Oh, Monster Joystick. N64, nice. We've got an SD card reader on the C64 here. Gotek, another Monster Joystick. That is a Speed King joystick. Never really got on with the Speed King. And an Amiga 1200. Don't say the clap, say STD, support the doctors. Yeah, we'll go with that. Lovely Commodore monitor there. With a bread bin. Look at these! How many drives do you need, man? We've got Tetris. We've got Amiga Forever. We've got Nostalgia Nerd's Retro Tech book. Oh, these are great books. I think those are they from Bitmap Books? Can't remember. Ooh, look at that big box version of Little Computer People. I only ever saw it on the budget cassette release. Look at that. That's cool. Genuine Samurai arcade parts, yeah. Printers. We talked about printers the other day and how we've got the Epix Fast Load carts. How they're just such big things to collect. Oh, those floppy drives running in RAID, says Russell. It is Bitmap Books, thank you, yeah. and a Wii. Nice. That is a good retro room, Charles. A nice display and, most importantly, space to sit and use them. Really nice. Yes, we did spot Nostalgia Nerds book there. There it is. Excellent. Now, this is a video you are not going to want to miss. This is perhaps one of the most incredible custom builds you've ever seen. It's C64, so one for the Commodore fans. And it's presented by Mark, aka Judge Drock, who used to run the Anarchy cracking group here in the UK.
Hello and welcome to the Commodore Room. Now, it's not about me today, it's all about the Steampunk 64, so if you'd like to come this way.
So,
Just before he tells us about it, just take that in. That is awesome.
this is what is affectionately known as the Steampunk 64. Now, the idea for this came around in early 2018 when I discovered a little company in Staffordshire that made clocks, but not just any clock. These revolved around the use of a kind of vintage technology known as Nixie tubes. At the time, I was looking for a special clock to really set off this room, which was about to be renovated and refurbished, so I contacted the company in question and I asked about the possibility of maybe slightly customising a clock which they sold regularly on their website. And the fruit of this conversation is what you can see before you here, and the company in question is Bad Dog Designs. Now, at the same time, I was also looking for a new Commodore 64 as a focal point for this room, but I really didn't know what I wanted until I saw one day a carved wooden C64 on Google. Now, this really set me thinking, so I contacted Paul, who was the craftsman at Bad Dog Designs, and what he thought about the idea of making a Commodore 64 into a kind of wooden Edwardian writing desk. Now, straight away, Paul liked the idea.
There you go, Bad Dog Designs. They're on Twitter, and they do all sorts of incredible stuff. Well worth a follow. Just while we're up close, you can see just the detail, not just the quality of the woodwork and the joints, but just all the little details on it, right down to every screw being aligned.
But the great thing about Paul is that he comes back with some brilliant ideas of his own, far better than anything I could have even considered possible. Now, Paul straight away suggested the idea of making the Commodore 64, rather than just being, a wooden cased keyboard, into an actual fully fledged laptop. And in keeping with its accompanying Amiga clock, this laptop was of course to be embellished in the steampunk aesthetic. Now, this 64 is fully functioning in that it has its own screen plus its own set of speakers. If you look at the two front custom brass grille plates at the front, they hide a pair of speakers front firing, and then on the right and left of the screen you can see a pair of grills at each side which also house side shooting speakers.
Nice that so much thought has been given to the sound on a C64, especially with that lovely SID chip. Really nice. And by the way, I'm watching this, although I've seen pictures like some of you have seen on Twitter, you've mentioned, I am watching this for the first time with you, so I'm just taking it in. If I'm a bit quiet, I'm just taking in all the detail because it's so lovely.
And there, the controls for the screen and the speakers can be seen at the left hand side of the screen, surrounded by this custom brass plate. Now, the screen itself is currently set to 4:3, but for those people who have grown up in a world of widescreen, then this can easily be changed. The original Commodore 64 red power LED has been replaced with this glass tube fixed into a brass pipe and contains a nice bright green LED. Now, if I turn off the power, switch off the monitor,
and close the lid on the Steampunk 64, you can see that, unquestionably, it's as beautiful closed as it is open. I find it an amazing piece of furniture just to look at on or off. And then if we look to the top, you'll see, which simply had to be there, a custom brass plate featuring the year it was created and my initials. Now, a Commodore 64 is meant to be enjoyed and played, so let's take a little look at it on. The screen and speakers of the Steampunk 64 have been directly connected to the motherboard, and small phono connectors have been included at the rear, so if you wish you...
I mean, look at even the detail. You know, you could have just had phono connectors here. Why am I pointing at the screen? You can't see what I'm pointing at. But just look at the way that's been done. Just so nice. And then the cable routing here. Little brass cable tidy.
You can connect a larger monitor. Now, I absolutely love the Steampunk 64, but as great as it is to use and to play and even to listen to, there was just something missing, so I went back to Paul at Bad Dog Designs and explained my concerns, and he came up with this, the Steampunk 64 joystick. Now, this joystick has a few extra features which I'll show you. Now, you'll notice that it has 2 fire buttons. Now, in normal practice, these 2 fire buttons do the same thing, but if we come down to the front, you'll see a small lever here. Now, if that lever is flicked into its first position, this button will act in, say, platform games as fire to jump, and this will be normal fire, which saves the headache of all those Nintendo-bred gamers who absolutely hate having to push up to jump. Now, for me, perhaps the most exciting feature of this joystick is the mechanical auto fire. Now, if we take a look, this cog on the front is the on and off and speed dial for the auto fire. When we take a look at the workings inside the joystick, crank the auto fire.
No way.
Every time the pin is hit, that's a shot. Dare you add more power? Let's see.
That's incredible.
Step back. Galencia never stood a chance.
That is sick. That auto fire. That is the greatest joystick I've ever seen. Incredible. Yes, I like monster joysticks, but come on, did you see what that thing just did? And that's it. Let's just rewind so we can see it. There we go. That is amazing. I thought you'd enjoy that. I enjoyed that. It was so nice watching it with you for the first time. Thank you so much, Mark, in the chat. Judge Drock. Judge Drock in the chat is the owner who sent that video in. So thank you so much for taking the time to film that. Yeah, just incredible, isn't it? So go and follow Bad Dog Designs and go and follow Judge Drock. Go and follow Mark on. Feel free to let me get your link, Mark, so people can follow. Where are you? Oh, it is Judge Drock. So at Judge Drock. There you go. At Judge Drock. Go and give him a follow. And you can follow all the cool things that he does on Twitter and any updates from his Steampunk 64. Over on the donations, we've had a £5 donation from Anonymous 7 minutes ago, £10 8 minutes ago, Nulani. So thank you to the new donations. I mean, we've smashed our target, but it all helps. So thank you, everyone. We'll do another check on the old... The third one has broken the £200 mark now. Just incredible. So we have easily smashed £1,000 on the donations. There's a week to go on the latest, the longest running, just to give me a chance to get them shipped out. So there you go. Okay, that was our extra long chat for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again to Mark. Thank you to who else sent videos in? Charles, Arcade Ages, was Dave, Olive, Richard Shears, and Tim. Thank you for all your B games. And tomorrow is C games, so please email in your videos of games beginning with the letter C. Yes, Grant, I will post the link one more time for you. Thank you for asking. I'm really rubbish at doing that, isn't it? There we go. There is the link, should you want to make a donation. You should do a retro Your Name Here cave mode. You know I already do that, Dave, but I'm not going to plug my own shop. It's all about the charity today. So thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow, same kind of time. I will put up the video listing early tomorrow because we've had over 100 viewers consistently today, which is really nice, and I'm sure it helps you all to see exactly what time it's happening in advance. We're slowly getting a little bit more organised with this daily stream, and we've already got loads of videos for tomorrow. And on Saturday, 8 PM British summertime, is going to be the RMC quiz again, so I hope to see you all at the quiz over on Twitch. My glass is empty, which means it's time to go and recharge and end the stream. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Thank you, Grant. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Error42, Flame Lily. Where's Gizmo? Yes, yes. Where's Gizmo? Where do you think she is? Sleeping on the chair, of course. Always sleeping. She's getting on a bit now. Old Gizmo. Cheers, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.